Hey, Prince. Welcome in. Happy Friday. Anybody else ready for this week to be over? I definitely am. I definitely am. But it's not, and it won't end. It won't end until next Friday. Because I'm streaming through the weekend because I decided to take Tuesday off. Bun Buns, welcome in. Keyadic. Mr. V, Prath, good to see you. Congratulations on second, Mr. V. Sorry, the notification did not, oh, whatever it did. I'm at a loss of words. It's fine. But yeah, hopefully everybody survived the week. It was a long week. Making a brief appearance. Last minute pack. So you're taking off here pretty soon? Well, not taking off. That's a different thing that's also happening. Okay. Leaving for the airport in about 2 hours? Got it. I hope that you have a safe flight and that it's quicker than the 24 hours it's going to be, and I love you. So, there. And enjoy Egypt. I'm sure we'll talk. Tenderly welcome in. Thanks for the pink lights. That need to be working. Sometimes they don't connect the server. It's fine. We have a button for that. We have a button for that. Alright, here's Tenderly's lights. Ta-da! 18 days, 18 days, 18 days. Still saving raid? Yeah, that math checks out. Oh no, until you're here. Yeah, yeah. That is absolutely correct. Because Tenderly will be here. Lady Game God will be here. Seeky Wisdom will be here. Eric Mishi will be here. Jen Owens will be here. I'll be here. My wife will be here. I'm missing somebody. Who am I missing? Am I missing somebody? I don't think the pink redeem worked. Weirdly. Then a separate countdown is 40 days on that one. Right, it's 40 days till I see Bun Buns again in Atlanta, which is super exciting. I have so many fucking countdowns going on right now. Yeah, 40 days. 5.7 weeks. That one has 2 countdowns. Simultaneous countdowns. I decided to not use a countdown for minutes and seconds. Just takes up my whole home screen for all these countdowns. One countdown's not enough. It's true. Yeah. So here's the plan for today. We're gonna check out a game called Where Water Tastes Like Wine. Which I don't know what to think about it. I guess we'll find out. I might even play it on a controller. Give my neck and shoulders a rest. They're still bugging me, which sucks. Then, I don't know, we'll do that for like an hour, hour and a half, something like that. But then I've got just a ton of work to do. For saving rate. Still, it's just not gonna, that's not gonna let up for a while. I hear my dog yelling at me. I gave him a chew to work on. He doesn't want to actually chew on it. He wants to take it in the yard and bury it and let it be out in the rain and get soft so he doesn't have to work for it. But I'm on to his bullshit. I'm on to his bullshit. And Retro can just howl at the door. It's fine. He'll be fine. Maybe in like 15 minutes I'll go take the chew away and send him out. There's like a small chance he actually has to go outside and pee. But I know what he's doing because I just gave him that. And was like, be cool, don't take it outside. And he's just like, merp, merp, merp at the back door. Trying to think if there's anything else. So yeah, we're going to be streaming through the weekend because we took a day off on Tuesday. So we're going to be working on Risen 2 Dark Waters tomorrow. And then on Sunday, we're going to be hanging out with Tenderly, Seeky Wisdom, and Eric Mishi of Save. And we're going to be playing a game called Raft, which I'm particularly excited about because I've played it before and that game is just kind of fun. Basically, it's the whole party stranded on a raft and you're fishing things out of the water, trying to build the raft and get supplies and eat food and stay alive. And there's little islands that you can go to like get things to upgrade stuff. But the whole time you're being dogged by this goddamn shark. and other water hazards. Water hazards. So, it'll be a lot of fun. It'll be a lot of fun to watch Eric learn how to play the game. That's gonna be my favorite part, I think. Actually, everybody. Only me and Seek in that party have played it. Water way to end Water Week. Oh man. Just gonna highlight that. You have a way to pin that in chat. How would I do that? Can I do that from outside the mod view? I never go into mod view. But just time out Mr. B instead. Highlight. Save message. What does that do? Save messages. Oh, fucking interesting. I can save messages between streams. So like when people put links and stuff in chat, I can bookmark them for later. Yo, okay, cool. Thanks, Twitch@FR. Oh, that's pretty cool. I did not know I could do that. Now there's like a little floppy disk icon down at the bottom with a 1 next to it. Yeah. This is not in Twitch chat. This is in Twitch@FR, which is a separate program. Which is probably the only program any of us should be using for chat. Unless you really need chatty. But that's pretty dope. I like that. The dog, though. The dog. I'm gonna go and switch over. I will get the game fired up, and I'm gonna go boot him out in the backyard and take his shoe away because I don't want him to go bury it. Shit costs money. You know what I'm saying? Alright. So we'll get this guy fired up. Like so. Where water tastes like wine. Be right back. Hi.
Night has fallen and you're weary from travel. Stars fill the sky
so
above.
mad at the back door right now.
And in front of you is a brightly lit wooden house, the only building you've seen for days.
Uh-huh.
You walk toward the house, hearing the sounds of laughter and talk as you reach the door and push it open. You sit down and join the game. It's a cheap buy-in, and not many of the other players are very good. The lady fiddling with dice gets good cards, but has no real strategy. The man to your right seems to just hold on to the highest cards he has, regardless of suit or any consideration of matches.
I have no idea how to play poker, nor do I care to learn, so this is going to be interesting.
The man in gray across from you, though, he's good.
Gambling, not my thing.
He already had the largest pile of coins when you bought in, and while your winnings grow quickly, you can't quite catch him. One by one, the other players leave the table, sometimes with pique or with wry humor, leaving their winnings with you or the man in gray.
Sorry, give me 1 second. I gotta respond to something. Oh, somebody's betting a harmonica and a feather. And 2 acorns? Oh, don't make me figure out how to play poker. We will fucking drop this game so fast.
Finally, it's just you and the man in gray. He looks at you, full of humor, and winks. Last hand? He deals, you draw, and look at your hand. It's good. It's great. The best hand, in fact. A royal straight flush. Spades. Aces high.
Means nothing to me.
But the man in gray pushes forward his whole pile. You're not sure exactly how much it is, but it's more than you've got. You can't match that.
Fold? Okay.
The man in gray stops you. Now, if you like, I'll let you wager your word. I know you'll be good for it. Just promise you'll pay the debt, however I ask.
Okay, you have my word.
The man in gray smiles. All right, then. I'll call.
Oh. Yeah, I was gonna say he looked like a wolf. Dire wolf. I'm gonna let the dog in.
Well, your luck wasn't so good, was it? That's quite the hand, but not for the game we're playing. I'm afraid you owe me. Your life, sure, but more than that, your labor. You see, this land is built on stories. It's one big story, this country, woven of many small ones. Few of the small ones are strictly true, and the big story is mostly a lie. All the stories and songs and myths and legends start somewhere, with a seed. As they're told and retold and passed around, they grow and change to become the stories we know. To pay your debt to me, you'll be carrying stories, finding the seeds first and then spreading them, telling them onwards so they can begin gaining strength. This is no light task. Stories are heavy. Most of the stories you'll find will be small seeds. They might be true, but they'll grow wild and unbelievable with the telling. The more important stories are the true ones, the ones people will tell you about their own lives. Those often get lost in the weaves of the big story. The more true stories you can find and tell, the more you can weave that truth into the big story. Tarnish it a bit perhaps, but isn't a dingy and battered truth better than a shining lie? Now, go ahead.
Hey,
You
Sean.
tell me a story. I'll trade you some information about your task.
Is it on your backlog? Nice. We'll just start with world. Tell the story of the parting clouds, fog to reveal a brief glimpse of the land of promise and blend.
Your
Sting is
deepest
the voice actor in
your
this game?
greatest
Neat.
wish, heaven? Big Rock Candy Mountain? El Dorado, the promised land, that place just over the ridge where they all say that the water tastes just like the sweetest wine.
That's cool. You think this guy might actually be Sting? Neat. We'll have to dig that up.
Well, I don't know where that is.
That is most definitely Sting's voice? Alright.
It's supposed to be somewhere in this country. Ask the people you meet. They're all searching for the same thing.
Not exactly sure what gameplay loop I just did. Tell the story of the northbound train blinking its giant eye as it crawls through the night. Okay.
Travel? That's your job. Wander from place to place, gather those stories and spread them. People get bored hearing the same stories over and over. But an old cliché in one state might be a rip-roaring new yarn in another.
Tell the story of endless series of doors of different kinds, each leading to only more doors. You tell the story.
You'll sometimes have to make choices about what kind of story you're finding. Is it a love story or a tragedy? Don't gather too many of one kind, though. This grand story needs variety.
Fortune, fate, and luck. Tell the story of tossing a pair of bone dice on a blood red velvet table. They come up snake eyes and wink at you. Okay.
It's just
I
luck.
see that the thing up top is
Funny
moving.
how bad luck seems to follow the folks who already have problems aplenty. Well, try your luck out there in this country. See how the dice treat you. It's not all bad. You'll have to work hard, but I'll give you the gift for seeing the true shapes of people. Not many who can do that.
Tell the story of a black and gray city where every building is filled with desiccated corpses.
I'll strip away your flesh to make the journey easier, but still you'll feel pain. Hunger, weariness, thirst, and despair. They're all part of stories, the part not often told. And death, yes, but don't worry. As long as your task remains, you come back. Go on your way, Seeker. Maybe we'll meet again, or maybe not. Either way, it'll be an experience for you. I'm jealous in some ways. I hope you find what you're looking for.
Okay. So this is us. Did I say Canada? Okay. USA. Alright.
Well, I'm gonna scroll my name on the bare bones of the earth. I'm gonna dig my heels into the ground. 'Cause when that ferryman come for to tally up my worth, I won't leave much behind to drag it down.
I don't know why you're still walking that way. Do I have control over the walking? He's just going. Yeah, this is the shit. I have no idea what the buttons are. Nor will we find. Okay, here we go. Alright. Okay, that's a hitchhike button, a recenter cameras, a whistle button. There's no actually controlling movement. Like, he's just auto walking. A little weird. Alright, there's a map. I mean, this is a map. Okay, so we're in Maine. Alright, so he auto walks. So let's go see what's up with these chickens, I guess. I don't know. Or no, what this is. It's a house.
This bungalow is being ransacked. There's furniture piled in the front yard, ammunition heaped under the mailbox, and a crowd of clean-cut men ripping apart a car in the driveway.
A car. The fuck year is this?
The two heavily armed, mud-caked women leaning over the porch railing share the same bored grin. One shouts at you. Lend a couple innocent gals a cigarette?
Sure.
You're about to hand her a smoke when those men draw pistols and shove you hard into the dirt. You know these girls? They demand.
No.
Once they've dumped your bag out into the road, they decide you're harmless. If you were selling booze too, you'd have a lot more cash, sneers one. On the porch behind him, the two bootleggers are fingering their empty rifles, grinning in disappointment.
News story. 2 women arrested for bootlegging. Okay. Oh, there's a... Okay. So this bumper is an auto walk button. Alright. In-game manual. Your goal is to fill obligation to the wolf. All 16 characters scattered across the U.S. Finding all 16 characters scattered across the U.S. Telling trade stories with them until you earn their trust and finish their story. Okay.
Off the road and into the woods, you can't help but come across this package by the old tree tied to a sturdy stick. The cloth wrapping conceals, though not particularly well, something large and softly unsettled. Little eyes blink back at you from inside the bundle.
Say hello.
The shape gives a start. Please don't tell my pa that I'm in here, it says in a small voice.
Why not?
Pa doesn't want to live with us anymore, but I want to go with him. Don't tell him, please. I'm hiding.
Won't tell.
You tell the boy you'll keep his secret. You don't see his father anywhere. You don't see another soul
Okay.
for miles.
Oh. Oh, hey, there's Portland. Portland, Maine. The other Portland. Yeah, Maine. Yeah. Okay. Can I cross into Canada? There's like a lot of stuff over there, you know? Is the direwolf? Had to look up the voice actor list? Nice. Ooh, that music's loud.
They don't come every year, you know. The old man is sitting at the edge of a rotting old pier, crooked legs dangling over the water. He watches a pair of seagulls preen and groom each other on a rock just off the shore.
Watch the seagulls.
They seem to wait for something together, fidgeting and rubbing against one another. And when they fly off, they fly together. These two, these same two, have been coming here ever since I was a boy, the old man says.
What, really? That's like 60 years or something.
He watches them fly away until their bodies are dots vanishing into the low sun. Always the same pair. Wonder what keeps him coming back to this town. He shrugs. Must be home.
On my hike, there's 2 very specific ducks that are in like a little pond off the trail. And they've been there for months now. And they're just like I think it's like I think they're both mallards. You know, green, brown, and white. And the other one's just straight brown, but they're just always there. They're always there now. There was like a really long-necked bird, like a heron type of thing, that was in that little pond for a while. Anyways, today you learned.
The woman walks the small town square with the poise of Betty Davis. The confident stride and inimitable mannerisms elevating the sidewalk into a plush Hollywood carpet. And wrapped around her neck, a yellow velvet ribbon, bright as an ocean sunrise. You question a well-dressed man parked outside an oyster house.
Oyster House, let's go.
Prudish woman. I took her on a fine date, and she didn't remove so much as a ribbon. Excuse me, can you step back from the coupe? That's the spirit.
You decided to ask a
You
second
decide
opinion.
to seek a second opinion. You talk with a waitress smoking outside a diner. Something funny about her. Just showed up one day. Doesn't work, doesn't live anywhere far as I know. Just around. Myself, I'd love to know who made all her beautiful clothes.
Approach the woman. Maybe ask around again.
A longshoreman watches Steve Doors
Oh.
load up a crane. Yellow ribbon? That woman's dead. Ghost dead. Buddies of mine, they've seen her all over the Atlantic for decades now.
Interesting. The elegant woman in the small town. The small town of Portland, Maine. Okay.
You can see storm clouds on the horizon, and you don't relish the thought of being caught wandering this rocky seaside road in the rain. Fortunately, you find the lighthouse door open, with a daunting staircase before you. At the top of an ornate wrought iron spiral, you're breathless and feeling the strain on your knees. Rain already batters the walls outside. You can only knock on a heavy wooden door leading into the upper level. Muffled voices and light seep in beneath the door. Looks like we got a visitor. Sounds like a man's voice, deep and rough. Well, behave yourself. I'll open the door. Another man, this one with a higher, more sonorous voice. I always behave myself. He feigns indignation, but his tone betrays affection instead. After a moment, the door unlatches from the inside and opens. The man before you is tall and muscular, with a hint of a paunch beneath his wide chest.
Did ya?
The heavy iron knob on the door looks nearly dainty in his huge hand. Didn't want to be out in this rain, did you? Come in. Despite the rough exterior, this room looks like a well-appointed parlor. There's a rug on the well-trod wooden floor and an enormously plush couch. And sat upon it is a stocky fellow grinning through a great hazel-colored beard. Tea? He offers, hoisting a teapot.
Been here long?
A few years.
The tall one sits on the sofa, wrapping his arm casually around the other lighthouse keeper. 5, says the smaller, but by no means small, man.
That long? Time flies. We traveled together before that. You must have some good stories from the road, huh?
Well, I have some.
You wake up the next morning on their old sofa, still warm from an excess of tea. And cakes? There might have been little cakes. Prodigious snoring rumbles in from the floor above you, and you quietly take your leave.
So we don't get to tell a story? I'm still waiting for what the gameplay loop is here. You know? So hold on. What is this circle dot here now? You starting to think this is the gameplay loop? There's nothing else I can do here. So, like, I don't know if I'm supposed to be doing something else or. I mean, pan. It won't let me pan. Oh, I had to toggle it on and off. Oh, Jesus. Alright. There's a fucking lot to do. I see trains. Those must be like fast travels. God, this map moves so fucking slowly. Okay. Well. Massachusetts. Let's go to Boston. I wonder if I can hitch a ride. Yeah. Maybe if I stand in the way of the fucking car, like... Well, this is almost as slow as walking. Huh.
A dusty truck and a man on horseback pull up next to one another in front of the grocer. Suddenly, the driver and the rider, two wiry old men with identical haircuts, start shrieking at one another. The man with the truck leaps into the street.
Brother!
He shouts. The one on the horse tumbles out of his saddle.
Brother!
He screams. They embrace in the road.
30 years!
Hollers the driver. The rider, tears streaming down over his face, corrects
That's a long fucking time.
No! 32!
Everyone here is watching these two older men cry and hug one another in the middle of Main Street. Cars and wagons are backing up. People are yelling.
Take a photo of us!
The driver begs you. Starts hauling a tripod out of the bed of his truck.
Yeah, say cheese, middle of the road, let's go.
The long-lost brothers pose in front of traffic. Cry snot pouring out of their noses. As angry passerby wave you out of the road, each brother presses a coin into your hand. When the traffic disperses, you realize they overpaid you quite a shocking amount.
Great. $32 years. I was paying attention. All right, Boston. Do I have? Looks like I want to sleep. Okay, bigger city, because Portland, Maine's a small town, huh? Sorry, 1 second. Breaking news on Havok's first. Yeah. No, I want the news to shut the fuck up for like a couple weeks. Just, I've had enough. Yeah. Boston, red bricks, green trees, blue sky. In this weather, Boston is beautiful, that is, until you make your way deeper into the city and get lost among the cramped, winding shadows haunted. Psychic damage? Yeah, me too. Alright. Explore. Earn money, train station. Store. Hot apple cider. That must be a sleep thing. Maybe I need to sleep. Oh, weird! Weird! Okay. So now we have like half money or something. But we're slept. Because of hot apple cider. What do we do to earn money? You wander the streets looking for a way to earn some cash. Look for work. Digging holes, not what you had in mind, but damn. They're digging a lot. They dig in a lot of holes in this park. Foreman assigns you to a work group with a mix of other disheveled men. And why am I having to read this shit? Game, be voice acted or not. They spent all their money on Sting for 5 minutes. Men and women send you off to dig a pit by the water fountain. What's this about? Nobody wants to say. A young woman keeps mouthing something about something to you across the hole, but you can't make it out. What is she saying? Dear Lobby? Dave Hobby? Dean Bobber? You never get anyone to admit what this is all about, but you're getting paid pretty okay. Move on. Alright, our money's back up. I got a feeling there's like a fucking plague here and we're burying bodies.
This city is like no other you've been to. Crooked streets splay out in a maze of narrow passages, no two alike. Soon, you find yourself in twilight, utterly lost. Bright light crests around one corner, a car approaching.
Feel like we can get a good story out of a taxi cab, right?
Compelled by the cold and foreboding night, you don't question it as you drag your bones into the cab. But you realize immediately how strange the vehicle is. It's a sleek thing, like a shallow parabola gliding over the street.
Look at the driver.
Where to? He asks. You have to stop and think. Eventually, you name Boston Common, the only landmark you know in this town. He peels off silently. You feel the car move before you hear the engine. He takes you through ever odder streets, flanked by painfully clean, gleaming buildings and signage for businesses you don't recognize. Even the air seems different. It doesn't smell so sharply of gasoline and coal. Eventually, you come to a stop. The fare's in glowing numbers above his dashboard. It's much too high. Surely a mistake. No charge, he insists. You look like you need a break. And then you find yourself on the curb at Boston Common, under thick moonlight, in a
That was
city
weird.
much as you'd left it before.
The odd silent taxi cab. Okay. Alright, well. Train station? Go to New York or Detroit? No, I think we're gonna keep walking. Walking! What is this? Okay, that seems important.
His clothes are expensive, but unkempt. A tailored jacket stretched and warped out of its best fit by long days on the road. His thinning frame weighs down the boxcar next to yours. You got a light, friend?
Sure. Don't throw me to
You
the
offer
ground.
a match, which bends and nearly snaps as he scratches it against the pitted iron edge of the boxcar. Thanks, he mumbles, perching one last cigarette on his lip.
So where are you going?
Don't rightly know where I'm going. You notice how deeply wrinkled his clothes are. It's as though a huge hand plucked him from a high society party and crumpled him up like a sheet of paper. Don't rightly know how I got going either.
Why?
They built a railway just past Missy Hudson's estate. Damned racket ruined our soiree. Might have been a few bottles of Armagnac too many when I walked down the tracks to tell them to keep it quiet. He drags on the cigarette, but you never see him exhale.
Move on. Okay, no idea what just happened. Let's see what this is. This is a different kind of symbol. This is a camp. Okay.
Hey there, stranger. You're welcome to enjoy this fire with me, if you're respectful, that is.
Okay.
This here is my spot, and I ain't inclined to share it with any bad characters. You can call me Quinn. These here are my
Quinn with the letter
adventuring
opener?
companions. Kaz is the big un, and the one with the spots is Flip. I usually beat my way on the rails, but the road news said this town was fat, and the weather was fine. So I'm taking in the sights and seeing what I can drum up. I want a story that scares me. Now I'm older, almost nobody can do it. Give me your best shot.
Oh. Jesus. Okay. Here's me. Well, we got that one about the ghost. Here are the stories you collect and organized by subject. Because the boss likes the tarot cards. What? Okay. This is the subject of each story here. If you tell this person a story about love, for example, they will tell you something from their own life relating to the subject of love. Poor things. Okay. So this is the gameplay loop. As the night goes on, this is how we do battle with characters. The icon will move left to right. When it reaches the right side, the night is over, and so is your storytelling. The person you're talking to will usually tell you where they'll be next stop so you can find them again. It's like insult sword fighting. Yeah, it's like Oh Sir, the insult simulator, which is amazing, an amazing game. If you tell them the type of stories they request, you'll gain their trust, and the eye will open. When it opens fully, the next time you meet them, they'll open up more about their life. They'll remember this from conversation to conversation. So don't feel you need to open the eye all the way the first time you meet someone. Dance around, get to know them. Okay. Yeah. Tell the story about the devil? Bondage, traps, imprisonment? Tell the story about the last bottle. Okay, sure. It's my only option. You tell the story about the last bottle. This is like from 5 feet away.
That was a chuckle to be sure. But do you know anything more lively?
Okay.
Traps and such like.
I mean, that was the devil
Well,
part.
one time in Fort Worth, a feller tried to take Cass and Flip away.
Oh, okay. He's telling me a story.
Said a kid couldn't look out for him proper like. That they were fat in Fort Worth and they were going to the pound so that he could find him a good home. Well, before I could much argue, Flip bit the hell out of that busybody and Cass and I joined in shortly. I don't think I ever seen a fella so surprised. Guess I ain't going back to Fort Worth no more. I want to hear a story about ghosts or murderers or something.
Yeah,
Scary
where do I
stuff.
find the woman? The woman story. Yeah, elegant woman. That's the one. That's what we're looking for.
Well, that sure was a downer. Give me a good venture tale instead any day.
What? What does motherfucker want a ghost? Fuck this game.
Traveling. I sure do love it. And I seen some pretty things out there. I seen serpent trains passing on a green and gold sea. I seen mountains so tall and forests so thick, nobody will ever tame 'em. I once seen a bunch of townies skinny dipping in a river. That sure was something. I seen terrible things too. Biblical floods and starving folks. And black blizzards full of dust. I want to hear a story about ghosts or murderers or something. Scary stuff.
I don't think I got anything for this guy. Kid. This kid. Arrested. Okay. Arrested woman bootlegging in Maine.
I'm not sure I quite follow that one.
Okay, kid.
Authority, bosses and such. I ain't nobody's little Angelina if that's what you're asking. I take
No,
care of myself
it
and my
wasn't.
dogs. I don't need no jocker looking out for me, so if you're offering, don't. Shoot, I thought I told you to be respectful.
What the fuck did... What is this about?
You want to keep enjoying my spot or not? Think about that. I'm in the mood for something real funny like.
Two lighthouse keepers? No. Is this funny?
Ain't life got enough tearjerkers in it without telling stories like that? Jeez. My family. There ain't no way I'm gonna start jaw-flapping about those bastards. Judases, the lot of them. Enough said. Hey, do you got any really thrilling stories to tell? I'm hankering for one of those.
We're making no progress with this little shit. Taxi cab. No. I got nothing.
What's the use in telling sweet happy tales if in the make you snooze?
Cause it's night, you little shit.
Well, I don't know a whole lot about the past, but they say there's an Injun grave around these parts. Say it's haunted and full up with angry spirits. I used to love hearing stories of cowboys and Injuns fighting it up. Would swap tales with the youngins. But, well, I suppose if someone shot me, I'd be pretty vengeful too.
Facts.
Well, night's over. I think I'll see what's happening up the road this way.
Gonna be in New York.
Didn't understand all your stories, but I'd gladly listen to more if I see you again. The tramping life suits me just fine. Every day's a venture.
Every day I'm tramping.
With things being so depressed, folks walk around like it's the end of everything good. But it ain't. Plenty nice things to see if and you know where to look.
Met Quinn, the hobo kid. Okay. It's a little irritating that, like, some of it's voice acted, some of it's not, and there's no real rhyme or reason to it. It's just like they just ran out of time with it. As you walk down the road, a black crow flutters down to land in your path. It looks at you, cocks its head, and speaks. Well, you got a long road ahead of you, don't you? Caw-caw-caw. All these people to chase down. Or so I hear. It laughs. I got some experience chasing folks. Ignore the crow. Tell me about it. Well, if you want, you could go find your friend again. Ask them more about their life. They might... We got ads here in a minute. They might want better stories this time, though. It peers up at you. Didn't they tell you where you were headed next? Where they're headed next? But hey, the world's full of people. Bet you could find another friend like that if you went looking. There's more in one interesting person in the land for sure. Gives a gravelly laugh. Caw caw. That's what humans say anyways. And with that, it launches into the air and disappears. Birds. You just randomly whistle to
We will return shortly.
tunes? Alright, see y'all in a few.
Oh, got him right in the nads. Just kicked open the door. This game is pretty alright. I gotta say, this game is pretty sweet.
Who is going to get burned right now? Is nothing sacred? I guess this is now a full-scale war.
Easter Christmas or something. Oh yeah, we had a request for the Turrican 2 soundtrack. Is that good? Let's listen. Boom. I like 8-bit music.
Thanks for your patience in bed. You're welcome. I have a lot of patience in bed. Good guys finish last and all that. No, I'm just kidding. Damn it.
He says hello. He says that he believes in you and that you are so strong and you can get through anything and better days are ahead. That's what he says. And give him a little hug. Guys, he really looks like my child right now. He like really looks like my child at the moment. Thank you guys for the hugs. Thank you.
Oh, okay, we're good, guys. No, don't you dare go, my friend. I thought that my ship is going away. No, don't. Stay there, okay? Remember, I'm here. And I love you. Okay? You're a beautiful ship.
Oh, this is insane to see. This is my first time beating the game with all the Chaos Emeralds. Like, wow. I did not think I was going to do that tonight. And
Rummage pile. Clap, 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 clap.
Non. Ah ouais. Ah ouais. Oh là. Yes. Yes. Oh. Qu'est-ce que c'est ça? Oh, c'est pas fini? Oh non. Oh, j'ai peur.
These things are so deadly. They really are. They are so deadly.
Oh, these, my boobies. My massive fucking titties. My super stuffed up milkies. My honker donker donkey bonkies. My fucking fabric stretching, wind flapping, gravity welling sex mounds. You mean these super duper ultra goddamn motherfucking tits?
I hope you're doing awesome. Welcome to, this bug punched me through the glass. Welcome to Blood Rain. Terminal cut. Peak 2000s.
I'm basically just a mouth to feed.
And so I've organized a little gathering, like a birthday party, except...
Welcome back, everybody. It is wet outside. I need to get what I need under my desk is a footrest. I keep putting my feet on top of the subwoofer, and it's just not quite the right height. I don't have a footrest. Well, not a reason. Giant for the pulling chair. I feel like that's not what I'm looking for. Alright, we'll play a little bit longer, then I get some work done. We'll go to New York, I guess. We'll just go down the East Coast. Oh, missed one. Hero store. They look angry. Why? Why is there what the heck is this? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Future Proof, welcome in. Good to see you. You wait in a soup line for over an hour, barely crawling along. You round the corner of the building to see far away a lone pair of nurses struggling to ladle out soup to hundreds. Gonna be waiting here a while longer, sighs a mother in the line beside you. Get behind me. Don't cut. Seems like it. You and her get talking. After a while, the topic drifts into a strange place as she starts telling you about the blessed lighthouse sanctuary where souls in love could find respite. You recognize it as a story of the two lighthouse keepers, but way more outrageous than your version. I know that story. You tell her your version. That's not as exciting, she says diplomatically. I mean, it sure sounds realer than what I've heard, but I think Toby liked mine best. She bounces her child encouragingly on her hip. Today's too hungry to smile. Toby's too hungry to smile. Story grew. Okay.
He leans against a fence and turns to face you as you pass him by. At his back is a bag full of bird seed. He assures you that the gawky birds perching on his body are the last remaining passenger pigeons.
Oh. I thought they were extinct.
They look extinct to you?
You're not sure those dull gray pigeons look anything like the pictures you've seen of passenger pigeons, though you can't help thinking they stare at you a little too intently.
Say, you like birds?
Sure.
They're lovely creatures. Guileless, really.
Hunted damn near to extinction, weren't you? He strokes one of his birds under the chin. You think you see drips of blood flecking the creature's dirty gray head.
Wait, what? Why? Excuse me?
You sense it's about time you start moving on.
You be kind to the little birds now, you hear?
You hurry along the road, though the flapping of ungainly wings seems to follow you for hours.
Weird. Fucking weird. Let's collect the little stories first.
You hear the whippoorwill first, shrill and close. Then you see him, high up above the black streaks of wires. A lineman, fraying belt holding him to the pole. The damned bird has come to perch on a power line, stare hungrily at the man's soul.
Watch him.
He's unsteady. His hands are shaky, and his body sways in the wind. You spot his tool bag next to the pole, worn and frayed, much like the man. A half-gone bottle of cheap rye pokes out of it.
We have the option to take the bottle. Let's take the bottle.
What's he gonna do? Come down from the pole? You snatch it from his bag in one quick motion and walk away. Hey! He starts. But whatever he's about to say
Oh, shit!
Slips into a slurred whine as his belt snaps.
I mean, he shouldn't have climbed up a pole drunk. One. But also, I think he just killed a man. Look at him.
His body plummets. His limbs go slack with the understanding of what is happening to him. He tumbles into the tall, dry grass by the side of the road with a muffled noise. All you hear is the call of the whippoorwill. Eager, loud, thankful.
We got some rye, though. Jetpack. Yeah, the crow says, "Look at you. Think you got some good stories already? Well, I heard better, much better. Heh. It seems to wink at you. You want to hear my tricks? Yeah, I guess. The ones you got now, pathetic stuff. You tell those stories around and they'll come back more exciting, more satisfying. So always listen to the stories other folks tell. Their tales are less true, sure, but more useful around a campfire. Makes sense. The boss has a point about the true ones, though," the crow admits. Am I gonna turn into a crow? "They're extra interesting. You'll learn a couple folks' true life stories, and everyone will like them, no matter what kind of story it is they want to hear." Well, everyone's the captain of their destiny, gives a burst of laughter. Ain't no bootstrap in the world that can save you now. But the choices you make, they change the kind of story you could tell. It ruffles his feather, sort of shrugs. Choose wisely or don't. The air stinks of gasoline and trash. Yep, that's New York. And you're boxed in by brick, but damn, there's something invigorating about that stink. God, you feel like there's an engine in your chest. I mean, we don't need to do anything. We don't need to do anything. Slice of pizza, though?
The engines belch black smoke as the ferry churns gray water into froth. A broad-shouldered figure leans out over the rail, eyeing the skyscrapers on the horizon. Nearby, a man and a woman speak in low, urgent voices. He takes her wrist gently. She is weeping softly.
Let's listen to the couple.
I wish you didn't have to go,
She says.
There's gotta be work on some of those buildings going up.
His thumb skates over her pulse point.
I checked every day for a week. There ain't. I'll be back, though. Got your picture in my wallet, don't I? It's not forever.
Keep listening.
Her words are split by a sob.
Might as well be. My parents didn't come to New York for this.
She leans against him, the wind tousling her hair. He pulls her to his chest.
I'm leaving because I gotta go. If there was another way...
They stand together, close, quiet, in the stiff breeze.
Couple parted by unemployment. Sad. I don't think I need to do anything here. I don't need sleep. I don't need money. I don't need food. Philadelphia. These fucking crows. You know what? I don't care. I just want to talk about trains it caused. Don't you want to ride trains, huh? In cars? Move on.
The stream is a clear, reflective shade of blue.
The fuck is that?
Unusual in this region, where bog iron colors the river's brown. Across the way, a goat with great leather wings laps up the water.
What?
Its sunken red eyes fixed on your every movement.
Take stock.
You now notice the unnatural absence of wildlife. No fish swim in the stream. No birds sing in the trees. The winged goat drinks with a forked tongue, only abstractly concerned with your presence.
Hey MGR, welcome in. Good to see you. Let's... Well, we can't die. Let's drink water.
You cup the water in your hands, ice cold somehow, and take a swallow, soothing the coarseness in your parched throat. Clear as the water is, the stream bed isn't visible, even looking straight down.
Swim in the
Your
water.
feet don't reach the bottom, so you float in the cool water, feeling washed clean. The ripples flow as far as you can see, never fading.
Wave of the goat.
The winged goat snorts
Hey,
and
that's
heads in the other direction.
Alright. The Winged Goat by Pristine Water. Okay.
This will be my tale, my vagrant song. This will be my tale,
I see a train station.
my vagrant song.
Clouds roll together to fill the sky.
Watch the sky churn.
The lightning is so strong that it seems to open a path in the haze above you. You're sure you see massive talons curved around the clouds.
Oh, Abstractism, welcome in. Keep watching.
The thunder is so immense that the ground trembles. Your lips and hands tingle from the electric charge that fills the air until the dancing lightning passes on over the hills. A few wanderers like you are looking for a place to camp.
We heard there's a Leatherman cave nearby.
They tell you. They describe a locally famous vagrant who hiked this area for almost 30 years.
He's dead now, but his caves are the best place to camp at any town.
Lady Havok. Yes. Yeah, she does. I sent it to her. Like an apple does know about that. I was surprised to see that the Sims collection was $40. It doesn't. Somebody was saying that they didn't do any updates to it at all, and it still runs like crap, which is kind of a bummer. But it's also the first time it's been available digitally ever, and installing it from disk sucks so bad. But yeah, I might make a milestone this year for like an apple to play Sims 2, since she played some Sims 1 last year. We'll see. I'll talk to her. Our life got extra recently. She's still got a whole, yeah, the multiple discs garbage, yeah. She's still got like a whole takeover week, but her time off of work became pretty constrained. So we never got that done this year. We'll get it, though. We'll get it done. Basically, any time off of work, it's like, there's stuff to do, and she had a lot of traveling to do. So it all got used up real quick. This is a bummer. You're really tempted to get one? Not two, though? I haven't looked at them individually. I assume they're $20 each if they're 40 together. What a deal! I still haven't grabbed Jedi Power Battles. That's all is on GOG and Steam. I was gonna grab that too. I haven't gotten around to it. Alright. Leatherman Cave.
You and the other wanderers find the cave easily, because someone's lit a fire there. As you approach, you see a silhouette bend over the flames with an odd creaking sound, like a door swinging in the wind. His coat is crudely stitched from leather plates that squeak against each other.
The Leatherman,
one of the others whispers. A ghost. The Leatherman must have heard, but he just stares. His face is corpse still.
Oh shit!
Are you a ghost?
Shouts one of the others.
Huh? Leatherman?
the Leatherman's face reddens, and he stands suddenly, his stinking leather jacket screeching like a rusted gate as he unfolds himself to his full, towering height.
Run is my only option here.
You're 10 yards away before you glance back and see the Leatherman standing outside his cave, hurling insults in French. Wait, you shout. Maybe he's not a ghost. He's a French ghost! The others scream. The Leatherman, wheezing, flings a rock. You book it.
Move on. Leatherman's cave. What is this? Listen to this, blurts the boy loitering outside a grocery store. He works his way through the long, strange story about the boy whose shiftless father left him alone in the woods. There, he finishes, what do you think? Wait a minute. Holy shit, you know this story. It's the story of the boy who ran away with his father, but wildly altered. For a couple moments, you're too surprised to respond. Seriously, the boy insists, what do you think of this one? It's a great story. Smiles sheepishly, says, thank you. I heard it from my brother. Move on. Okay. Did I see a cave symbol? I thought... Oh, there it is, right there. In Maryland.
My twin brother Paul and I always got into trouble, but we were good. We didn't do nothing to anybody till we left. Then we hurt a lot of people. Me, more so than Paul, because he didn't make it through. The march I was on, the bonus army. It's less a bonus and more an acknowledgement of what I've had to suffer. Civilians will never understand. So anyway, tell me a funny story? You seem like you know a few good ones.
I don't know if any of my stories are actually funny. Oops. The odd silent taxi cab in Boston. Maybe that's funny.
Oh, come on. That doesn't sound real. The future's the issue, ain't it? Great War leaves us nothing to go back to.
Okay, this is post-World War
War. Hope and leaving us only with the vile. Do you know any happy stories? Hopeful ones?
I do! Lovers in a Lighthouse, let's go.
For a moment there, just a moment, I felt better about it all too.
Okay.
The past doesn't even feel like it happened. It feels like it's happening in every moment, in every slumber. When the memories come back to you, do they clutch at you, at your heart? Tell me a happy story. Something to make the world see.
Maybe the Pigeon Keeper?
I don't mean to be rude, but civvies don't understand what real tragedy is. Love? It was a real long time ago. Pulled a ribbon on her hair, and her pigtails came undone, and she tattletaled on me. Never really tried after that. Know any good jokes? I'm not so good at telling them anymore.
God, this guy's a fucking sad sack. Yeah, let's tell them the story about how we killed the lineman.
And that's what you think when you think of tragedy. Huh. Change. Tanks seem to be the ones bringing about change. First, in no man's land, and then on the steps of Washington, D.C. I was amazed the first time I saw one. The second time, afraid. And all the times after that, revolted. Know any good jokes? I'm not so good at telling them anymore.
Sucks. Winged Goat by Pristine Water.
Got nightmares enough without hearing that kind of horror. Home. Well, my sister, Jessie, won't forgive me for what happened to Paul, so she won't let me back home. I made my own way for a while after that, till no one could afford gardeners. Who could stand to care for the land nowadays? Here's the sun. I've got to go. I'm headed up the road this way. Will our paths cross?
God, I hope not, you sad sack. Hey, Loyal, welcome in. We lurking and working? I am just wrapping up for today.
They'll never
But I
be able to
appreciate
pay
it.
back what they owe me, but I'll always keep at 'em. What about you? Is there something somebody owes you?
I think I owe somebody something. God, Mason was a downer. Begin anew. I think I am done. This game's not quite catching me. I don't know. There's something neat going on in there, but I don't know if it's neat for me. I'll be on tomorrow, Loyal, and anybody else. We're gonna be checking out Risen 2 Dark Waters because we took Tuesday off, so we're making up for it on Saturday. And then on Sunday, me, Eric Mishi, Tenderly, and Seeky Wisdom are going to be playing Raft and co-op, and it's going to be a good time. I don't know how long we're going to do that, but it'll be a good time. I'm going to find somebody to raid. And then I'm going to get some S&R work done because that's coming up real soon, and there's still so much to do. There's still so much to do. All right, who we got on? Let's see what Soda Wave's doing. Their work. Oh, that's the Minecraft thing. Vintage Story, isn't it? That's not really Minecraft. Let's see what else we got. I keep thinking Vintage Story is a different game. I'm thinking about Vagrant Story. Let's go over to Zen Dragoon. It's been a really long time. It's been a really long time since we raided her. Like years. It's been a really long time since I've seen her live. Alright. I love y'all. See you tomorrow. We'll get some Risen going. And hope everybody has a good weekend otherwise. Bye.